You're looking live at the soccer pitch at Newman High School in Wausau. I'm Chris Conley, and in just a moment we'll be underway as Newman Catholic takes on Columbus Catholic for Thursday afternoon high school soccer. Welcome. Thank you for joining us for our Zaleski Sports coverage. Newman started off their season with 3 losses. Didn't score a goal in any of those 3 games. They've had 2 wins since, so a little better. They've actually gotten a few players back. The Columbus Dons look like they're the elite team again this year in the Central Wisconsin Conference. They played 9 matches and have won 8 of them so far. First place atop the table among their conference opponents. And depending on how everyone else does today, if Columbus is on the bus home with a win, they could be up by 2 or perhaps even 3 games. 2 40-minute halves, the whistle sounds, and play is in for this Thursday afternoon. You know, if I was one of these players, at least in the middle of the afternoon, it's a little more humid than you'd like it to be to play. 81 degrees at start time. I'll introduce you to our 2 goalkeepers in just a moment. Don's already on the edge of the scoring box and now off to the side. Columbus in their white kits with the dark blue numerals. And Wausau Newman, I've always liked the bright cardinal red with the powder blue numbers. They wear their home colors today for this home game. We're going to see Newman again when they play Pacelli 1 week from today. And the Newman Athletic Department always takes good care of us. Again, this is probably the toughest level of competition that Wausau Newman will play. I mean, the Dons seem to be good year after year. That one went into the box and then cleared off to the side. Counter-attacking, long ball ahead. Trying to set up Alex Edwards, one of the captains. Didn't strike that very well, and now seems like as good a time as ever to introduce you to our goalkeepers. That's Owen Reeves, who just gathered that in for Wausau Newman. Owen's a sophomore. And I'll tell you right now, both of these teams are on the young side, so they could be playing better soccer a year from now. Down at the other end is Lucas Krecklau, and he's a junior. Columbus trying to center from the wing. That went over the touchline. Be a goal kick. Chance for Owen to kick it out of there. At the Newman soccer field here, there's no scoreboard. So our time, which I will give you from time to time during our broadcast, is unofficial. And a member of our officiating crew will keep the official game time for us. Soccer coverage today is brought to you by ServPro. ServPro and Jamie Wetzel say call for all your cleanup and restoration needs. ServPro, they'll make it like it never happened. Don's coming with a run here from close range. Centering, shot, didn't get good contact on that either, and it's a save. Promising chance there for Cade Jansen. Jansen's a freshman. This is over the touchline, and the Dons will throw it back in. So it's Columbus that gets the first 2 looks at the goal here. And neither one of the chances particularly well struck. Newman possesses near the touchline. That's Evan Zupke. Zupke's got it on his foot. Tries to get it centered. Leaves it over just a little bit for Jack Varline, and now Newman plays it back. It's the first time that Newman's had an extended possession here at the 3-minute mark. And just like that, take it away. Taken away by Miratorbi. If you're not familiar with these smaller schools, if your school doesn't have a girls' soccer program in the spring, the girls play with the boys here in the fall. Columbus represented by Miratorbi, who you just saw get a touch a moment ago. She's a senior. And Jaylee Gurnow, who's a freshman. Wausau Newman has Lily Bodenheimer, and she's a freshman too. Both of these teams kind of younger rosters. There are 4 seniors on the Columbus Catholic roster, and they have what? 8 juniors. So this will be a more experienced team a year from now, and they're already at the top of the table. Pass there was a little bit too long and turned over. Columbus still possesses, have it a little further back. Josh Van Wey. Van Wey tries to fight back for it and take it away. Louis Sandoval. Newman's first shot on goal, too tall. Encouraging to get a look, though, from the wing. Put over the top by Lucas Erdman. Or was that Zubke? Zubke on the wing. Goal kick out, and the Dons control. At the 5-minute mark, scoreless, shot on goal there, good save. Owen Reeves lays out, got the right hand on it, was able to steer it wide of the near side post. A third shot on goal for the Dons, but it keeps us at 0-0. Corner kick coming up here for Columbus. See how they do on this set piece? Newman puts one of their defensemen on the near post. Line drive to the far side post, too wide, out of play. Turns out to be a goal kick. With Newman about to step this in, we'll give you picture-on-picture coverage for our sponsors. Let's step out for a moment for our first commercial break. 0-0 at the 6-minute mark between Columbus and Newman.
For over 50 years, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield has served the area with the talent and expertise of big city dentistry with a hometown feel. With our multi-specialty staff and board-certified periodontist, orthodontist, and pediatric dentist, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has solutions for our patients of all ages from 1 to 100. We take pride in being in-network with an array of insurance companies to meet the needs of our community and our patients. No matter what your dental need, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield will be there for you.
You see, now that's why we do it picture-in-picture. I'm Chris Conley. And while you were keeping at least one eyeball on the action, you saw Evan Zubke. Strong right foot and scores the first goal of the afternoon, and it's Newman Catholic ahead 1-0. Again, if you were handicapping here, you'd say that the Dons would be a big favorite, and they will play from behind here. Shots on goal are 3-2 in the Dons' favor, but more importantly, the scoreboard is now 1-0. Cardinals on top. This is going to be a corner kick. Charlie Moore will take it from the far side. High, arcing into the small box, headed and to the edge. Possessed and controlled by Grant Olson, one of the captains. Olson tried to get that over to Alex Edwards. This is Edwards on the wing. Tries to get that center, swallowed up. That hit the post. Hit the post on the near side, goes out.
Hey, good challenge. Keep it up. Keep your head up, bud. Good challenge.
Went over the far touchline, so this will be a goal kick for Owen Reeves. Reeves, the sophomore keeper, staked to a 1-0 lead. And Newman possesses the 50-50 ball. Louis Sandoval. Sandoval's looking to get this back. Got a Dons player closer. Sandoval wins the race to it. From the wing, can he get this centered at the attacking third? Fancy footwork here for Sandoval. Now plays it back. In traffic, trying to get a shot on goal out of this. It's deflected away. Came off the foot of Jack Varline. Not cleared, though. Erdman from the wing for Newman Catholic. Challenged and lost it, taken right back. Jack Verline. I don't know, is it fair to say that Newman's playing a little above themselves here in the early stages of the first half? Yeah, I think that is fair. Leading 1-0. Sandoval again challenged for that ball. And now it's Varline. To the edge, going to get a shot here, smothered up. Lucas Krecklau smothered that. pretty good chance again for Newman. It evens shots on goal at 3-3. Newman leads 1-0. And boy, down 1-0 with so much more time to play, not a big deal for a team that's won 8 of their 9 matches. But just the feel of the match looks different if you go down 2-0. Here's a long run, take it down in the box, going to play on through that. No whistle. And Newman gets it out of danger. Yeah, Columbus and Alex Edwards, he's one of their captains, kind of stopped playing through that ball looking for a whistle that never came. Chipped ball forward a little bit too long. Off his line comes the goalkeeper, Lucas Kreklau, and he'll throw it back. Long ball down the pitch. Let's see who's more long-winded for this. Winning the race to it is Alex Edwards, but it goes back. With play towards the center of the pitch, Newman leads 1-0. Give you our picture-in-picture commercials, and then we'll come back in just a moment.
First things first with Mid-State Technical College. Dual credit programs earn you college credit in high school. Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. Or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Mid-State Technical College.
I had an employee at once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business. And I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
Welcome back. I'm Chris Conley. Columbus in white, Newman in red, and it's Newman, the team with 2 wins, that has a 1-0 lead. Soccer coverage is brought to you by Fleet Farm. Get ready for fall cleanup at Fleet Farm. All the gear you need, mowers, spreaders, grass seed, and fertilizers. Check out supplies for outside jobs, pressure washers, shed, and paint. Everything you need at one stop, all at Fleet Farm. Very happy to tell you that we have a lot of sponsor support for our Zaleski Sports soccer coverage today. And please, if you have a choice, patronize the sponsors. It's the sponsors that make the coverage possible. Pretty long run holding the ball here for Grant Olson. Can Olson get it centered? No, he's challenged, and it's shut off. Nolan Linder, long ball ahead. Sandoval, and played off to the side. What are we seeing on the field right here? Well, one team, the Dons, have accomplished a lot more this season. And we're at the middle point of the fall sports season, so most people know who's who. And the team that has not accomplished as much season resume so far, Newman, is playing even soccer right now with the number 1 team in the conference. So it's the Newman fans who have to be encouraged by what they're seeing at this point. They lead 1-0. As we enter our 13th minute. Goes out of play near the Newman bench, and Columbus will throw in. In traffic, wow, got a step in traffic, and there's a goal that evens things up. Charlie Moore has just scored at the 13th minute, tied 1-1. Looked like some kind of defensive mistake. Again, it's easy to say who should mark up with who when you're here at our broadcast table. But Moore got that pass inbound. Looks like he was able to travel with it too far before someone came over. And then just a lot of goal opens up to you when you're that close to the net. And Moore, one of the captains, beg your pardon, Moore's one of the juniors. He'll be a captain next year. scores the equalizer. We're tied 1 apiece. And the Dons are right back on the attack. Cade Jansen, one of their freshmen. This is right at the touchline, and fancy footwork to clear it out of there from Newman. Lucas Erdman over the touchline. Will stay with Newman on the throw-in. In traffic, this is Sandoval. From what we've seen, again, I'm not familiar with either of these teams, but Sandoval's pretty fancy with the footwork. Tried to set him up, tried to get him to split defenders, a little bit too long. Sandoval switches right back to the center and pursues. And that is just kept in over the touchline. Dons don't want to turn this over. Even 1 apiece. Long ball ahead for Alex Edwards. Tripped. It's kind of incidental. Foul's going to be on Columbus. Boy, we've played, We've played 15 minutes of soccer. That's the first foul called today. So back and forth, an open game. And Nolan Linder puts it back in all the way to the far side. That's Lily Bodenheimer who's fighting for it there. Goes over the touchline, and this will be a throw in for the Dons. Zupke at the 6-minute mark gave Newman Catholic a 1-0 lead. Charlie Moore answering at the 13-minute mark. Tied at 1 apiece now. This ball is loose, but there's no one in the big box except the keeper. And Owen Reeves scoops it up. And he'll punt it out. You know, we were chatting before the game. I mean, these are both schools with small enrollments. I think Newman Catholic does about 135 students. So, yeah, that's a small school. In Columbus, the enrollment's about the same. And when you play in the fall, there's a premium for good athletes. Like Columbus, for instance, plays really good soccer, probably at the expense of playing really good football. Wausau Newman a couple of years ago switched over to 8-man football instead of 11-man football, and bingo, playing 11-man football, you play other smaller schools 8-on-8, and they're suddenly one of the best football teams in the state for 8-on-8 football. Maybe it's taken away a few athletes who might otherwise be playing soccer and are not. So maybe that's come at the expense, in some ways, at their soccer team. That's not well struck either, and an easy save for Owen Reeves keeps us at 1-1. Unofficially, we enter the 17th minute. Sandoval's got a little bit of open pitch to work with. Sandoval slowed up to get to that ball. Tries to center, try to give it back to Sandoval. Can he work from the wing? Back towards the center. He's in traffic. You know what? The Dons have identified who's who on this Newman team. When Sandoval gets the ball, he's marked up by 2 instead of by 1. So that's the player you don't want to beat you. Here's a nice ball across the pitch. Jansen, freshman, but he's marked up right away and taken away. Linder. Got a whistle here. Foul goes against the Dons. So from their defensive third, Newman's going to try and clear this ball out. Yeah, things pick up right away when Sandoval's around the ball. And it looks like the Dons, though, this is coming towards our broadcast location and right over Mr. Conley's head. Again, that Sandoval tried to get the ball to him. And, yeah, Columbus marks up right away. Columbus tried to get that over to the side, and Cade Jansen. Jansen's a freshman, but it sure looks like when he's on the pitch, they try and set him up. Coming back the other way, hit from behind, Jack Varline tumbles, and this is a foul on the Dons. Well, tied 1-1, let's keep an eye on how this unfolds, because Newman, from this spot just outside the big box, is going to be able to put this ball on goal. four-man wall set up. Let's see if they walk him back a little bit further. They do. Zubke, who's the goal scorer, is going to take this. Takes it right on goal. It's going to be wide of the far post anyhow, and is smothered by Krakow. Dons will push this up forward. Well, there's a good defensive play, and Newman takes this back. Tied 1-1. Let's step out again for another commercial break. This is Zaleski Sports coverage of high school soccer. It's Wausau Newman and Columbus Catholic. Back in a moment.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
When buying or selling land, the biggest decision you make is choosing your representation. Whitetail Properties is the top real estate company for selling hunting land, recreational properties, and farms. Our nationwide network of sportsmen, farmers, and investors offers a great opportunity for you to capitalize on the true market value of your property. In central Wisconsin, Brian Roosh is your local land specialist and is ready to help you get started on all of your property needs.
We're at the halfway point of the first half at our 20th minute. Halftime comes at 40, and then we play a full 80-minute set, tied 1-1. It's been entertaining soccer so far. You know, give the kids from Newman credit. This is a team that started off losing their first three matches. They didn't score a goal. I mean, imagine having to wait for your fourth match before you even score. That shot's wide. It's off the keeper's hand, and it's in. 2-1. That's Luis Sandoval's goal. Mishandled by the keeper makes it 2-1. Newman retakes the lead. So, as I was saying a moment ago, this is a team that got off to a slow start, stayed with it, and is playing better soccer in the middle stages of the season than they were earlier. Sandoval at the 20th minute. 2-1. And you know what? I mean, look, Wausau Newman got their first goal 6 minutes in. So, I mean, that's super early. And you think, oh, well, maybe it's a fluke. Maybe the team that's won 8 of 9 will get back on track. Well, I mean, we're a quarter of the way through this match, and these teams, at least so far today, are even. Here's a run from the wing towards the center. Shot that hit the post. And a whistle stops play here at the 22nd minute. That was Alex Edwards. Substitute coming on. So Newman has played well, but they've gotten a break too. Shot that was mishandled by the Dons keeper. Sandoval again plays this to the wing. Teammates filling in, tried to get that ahead to Zyberkin Lee. And now over the touchline, out of play. Newman's going to get a throw in here, deep in their own end from the near side. Played a little bit back. This is Erdman. Erdman's got two Dons around him and plays that backwards. Newman pushes forward and possesses. Over to the center. Mateo Romeo off to the side now. Dons take it back. Play through that as Erdman came up to engage. Cade Jansen. Ball ahead. Let's see if Mason Edwards, the freshman, wins the race to it. Nope. It's the Newman defender. Linder got to it first. 2-1, and before that ball is put back into play, another Don substitution. Soccer this Thursday afternoon is brought to you by Stone Innovations. Get your next countertop, island, or stone wall from Stone Innovations, specializing in the fabrication, design, and installation of a great variety of stone products. For residential, commercial, public structures, look to Stone Innovations at stoneinnovations.net. All one word, stoneinnovations.net. Into the center. Myra Torby got a touch, but off to the side now. Zonkoving Lee tried to get that ahead to Erdman. Dons have it now. And Newman takes it right back. Sandoval's going to win the race to this edge of the box. Can he create from the wing? He's got two defenders around him. Tries to center in traffic. Pass was a little slow getting there and cleared out of danger. Nathan Nimitz, a junior for the Dons, came up. Took advantage of that slow roller. Now you got a trip over there, out of bounds. No whistle, but out of bounds over the touchline. Goes back to Newman. '25th minute of the first half, unofficially. Newman Catholic 2, Columbus Catholic 1. It is less humid. It is breezy. Breeze is blowing from left to right across your video screen. And it's turned out for a comfortable afternoon for soccer. I don't know. I thought this afternoon a little bit humid. Offside here. Play on through that. No need for a whistle as Newman has it. And there we go. Now that the Dons had possession. Yep. Umpire's flag was up right away. How about as Newman advances this ball? We'll take one more commercial break for the first half. Again, thank you to all of our sponsors who make this Zaleski sports coverage possible. Newman leads the Dons 2-1, and we'll be back after these messages with our screen-in-screen coverage.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great child care you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
A long ball ahead, and Alex Edwards has tied things up for the Dons. You know, a moment of hesitation for Owen Reeves, the sophomore keeper. You've got to decide, do you come off your line and challenge on that long ball, or do you stay back? Come off your line and challenge was the right decision there, and Alex Edwards takes advantage. So the Dons score, and we're tied 2-2. Columbus has not led in this game. They trailed 1-0 and then got even on Charlie Moore's goal, and then trailed 2-1, and now have gotten even at the 27th minute. Yeah, it's going to be a pleasant late afternoon and early evening as we move into the later stages of our match. Play today is probably going to wrap up around 6:30 or 6:45. Sunset is what, at 7? Yeah, I saw this morning, 7:09. No lights here. Headed towards the goal, wide. Dons make a bid for the lead. It was not to be. Corner kick coming from the far side for Columbus. This is their third corner. They line drive one, put a lot of air under this one, aired out. And now out of the big box. Counter-attacking chance if Newman can hurry. Columbus had only 2 and then suddenly got a third player back. Newman comes away with the ball, not realizing that there was a player behind him. Out of play and will be thrown in. Will stay with Newman. 29th minute unofficially. Tied 2 apiece. While fighting through that and then tumbling over play on was Alex Edwards. Edwards was the goal scorer that brought us to even. And this will be a Newman throw-in. Right in front of our Selesky Sports microphones and cameras. Even though they've been unable to build on the 1-goal lead, Newman Catholic's got to be happy with the way they've played today. And that is play on through that. I think that was going to be a foul on Edwards. The official, like he should have, waited to see. There's a hard challenge. Play on through that. Throw in for Newman. And that was right. Didn't have both his feet planted, so it gets turned over to the Dons. Thrown in right in front of us. Here's Grant Olson. Olson, nice ball ahead, and overrunning it a little bit is Alex Edwards. Edwards looks like the scoring threat. You know what? The Dons have more personnel that seem like they're capable of putting the ball in the back of the net. But Edwards, he's a junior and he's a captain, which tells you something about his quality. And it looks like, he's the good runner, the guy who seems to get up and down the field easily. This foul is against Columbus. Newman's going to restart this from their own defensive third, right at the edge of their defensive third. Long ball ahead, too long. Gathered in by the keeper. Going to punt this out. Yeah, there he is. There's the long-winded Alex Edwards. Track that down, far side, tries to get that centered. Keeper, kick save, sends it off to the side. Owen Reeves. This will be another corner. A 4th corner in the first half for the Dons. 3 of them coming from this far side, 1 from the near side. Keep an eye on Alex Edwards here. He's number 7. He's the tall player, so he can elevate. This one is too tall for everyone. Sails up and over. It's put on by Charlie Moore. Moore is one of the goal scorers, too. Our soccer coverage is brought to you by Carrie Van Ert, Like a Good Neighbor. State Farm is there, and like a good neighbor, Carrie Van Ert State Farm is there for you in Wisconsin Rapids. Get a free quote on auto, homeowners, renters, business, life, short-term income protection, long-term income protection, and banking products. Like a Good Neighbor, State Farm is there, and like a good neighbor, Carrie Van Ert State Farm is there for you in Wisconsin Rapids. Find Carrie Van Ert State Farm, K-A-R-I, Van Ert, on Facebook to get started. Wow, shredding right through the defense. It's a nice run from Varline right to the edge of the big box, and Sandoval was uncovered on the wing, couldn't get the ball to him. They're going to see the video of that chance, and they're going to be kicking themselves. Slide that ball to the left, and Sandoval, the most dangerous of the Cardinals players, was on the wing and unmarked. Try to get this ball ahead. It's a little bit too long. Sandoval again, but this time he's guarded closely. Ezra Duda won the ball too. Long across the pitch, no one's there. Sandoval, who's putting the mileage on. Sandoval was making a run on the left side all the way in the offensive end, and there he is all the way on the other side of the pitch, challenging on the far end, and nothing will come of this run. Want to try and clear this out. getting to the later stages of the first half. Unofficially, 6 minutes to play till halftime. Another run here, shot challenged in the box, and we're going to play on through that. Alex Edwards looking for his second goal. That Newman player is still not back on his feet. Now he is late getting up. That defender laid out and stymied the chance. Linder for Newman. Sacrificed the body and keeps us at 2-2. Yeah, you know what's nice? If you previewed this game, you'd think maybe this will be one-sided. Maybe Columbus Catholic will dictate terms. Just up and down the pitch, the play has been remarkably even. Maybe a little advantage in chances for the Dons. But what's going to be entertaining this afternoon, this match is going to be decided in the second half. So we'll have a little element of suspense after these teams break for halftime. Fancy footwork here for Captain Grant Olson. Olson is marked up. We're going to play through that? Yes. No foul there. Look to me, now again, I'm second guessing here, that's outside of the box, but I thought that Olson was fouled. I'm sure the Dons fans agree with me. Went over the touchline, it'll be a corner kick from the near side. Corners now are 5-1. Late substitution coming on before they try this set piece. A little air under it, it's short, and finds the wide side of the near side post. No danger. Here we go into the 36th minute, late first half. Columbus Catholic 2, Wausau Newman 2. I'm Chris Conley, normally the voice of DC Everest Sports. Very nice to fill in and be a part of this Zaleski Sports coverage. As we mentioned earlier, when Pacelli comes here, that's a week from today, be on the mic again. Pacelli beat Newman earlier 2-0, but again, that was kind of a tightly played, competitive match, so Newman likes their chances in the rematch there. In the Central Wisconsin Conference, all the teams play each other twice. Now Columbus, not that they're in any danger. This match is still to be decided. Here's a run there. Tough angle. Nothing doing for Alex Edwards. Out of play. This will be a goal kick. Columbus is still going to be in first place regardless of the result today. They lead on the table by 2 games. Again, as we had said earlier, they could go up by 3 depending on how the other teams in the conference do as they play today. So this will be played small in the 37th minute. Halftime coming soon. Edge of their attacking third. Lucas Erdman is there. Erdman's had a really solid defensive game for Newman. Ahead here's Sandoval. One man on him, and Sandoval tries to slide that through, is trying to get it back to Erdman, and couldn't make that connection. 2 players behind the ball come together. No whistle. Play on. And Newman carries that down the wing. Sandoval, let's see if he can create here. Turns, one hop, and saved. Sandoval had a little bit of space to operate, so you swing the big right leg when you have that separation. Good save there by Lucas Krecklau. Punted out. Again, Newman would be happy to come to halftime 2-2. Columbus with a chance to make adjustments and indeed prove out that they're the more accomplished team today. This ball is slid ahead. Here's going to be a chance for Columbus. Shot just high. Grant Olson. Olson, I think, would want that one back. Set up by a nice pass, too. Edwards set up Olson. And Olson misfired high over the crossbar. So that was Columbus's best chance to take their first lead of the afternoon. Soft ball, Sandoval tries to send this ahead, but instead Columbus has got 2 players back. Yeah, we've had 2 goals stored, so there may be some stoppage time added on. We are late in the first half. Played into the corner. I mean, Newman wants to make sure you don't give up anything cheap and make sure you bring this to intermission tied 2-2. Columbus Catholic still on the engine here, chipped into traffic, a little bit behind. You know, on the last sequence, it was Edwards who was setting up Olsen. That time, Olsen almost set up Edwards close in the small box and a little bit behind him. And so momentum late in the first half has kind of shifted Columbus's way. They've had the better chances in the closing moments of the first half. I have us unofficially at 40 minutes. I think we may have another minute or 2 to play on before the whistle sounds to bring us to halftime. Sandoval tried to take that away, went over the touchline. It'll be thrown in by the Dons. Again, these players unofficially don't know how much time is left either. No scoreboard here, so official time is being kept by our officiating crew, being kept on the pitch. Newman looks to clear this back. In traffic, out of play, Dons will throw in right at the center of the pitch on our near side. This is played back. Here's Ezra Duda. Erdman has it. Erdman tries to chip this ahead for Sandoval. It's too long. Duda's back there. Think that was a handball? No, we're playing through that. I saw that as off the hand of Jack Varline. Played to the corner and over the touchline. Goal kick. And in these closing minutes of the first half, why don't we take a quick commercial break? Again, halftime is coming up in just a moment. We are tied 2-2, and we'll bring our first half to a close after this break.
Partners Bank, better together.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
You saw the Newman goalie for a moment out of position. Lucas Erdman, the freshman, was probably a goal-saving play. Late corner in traffic off the head and over the top of Cy Becker. First time we've called Becker's name, and that brings us to halftime. We will quickly recap our scoring as we go to our break. The Dons have not had the lead in this match so far. Evan Zupke scored at the 6-minute mark to give Newman Catholic a 1-0 lead. Charlie Moore at the 13-minute mark evened things up for Columbus 1-1. Lucas Sandoval struck the ball at the 20-minute mark. It went off the goalkeeper's hands and in to give Newman Catholic a 2-1 lead. Equalizer Alex Edwards at the 27-minute mark, making it 2-2. Edwards has had a couple of chances too, fed in the later stages of the half by Grant Olson. Tied 2-2 at halftime between Columbus Catholic and Wausau Newman. I'm Chris Conley. We'll take our halftime break. Tell me how this one ends. It'll be decided in the second half. You're listening to Columbus Newman Soccer, and you're watching our coverage on Zaleski Sports.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted Best Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli bacon cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118.
Stone Innovations, home of Wisconsin's largest granite and quartz selection, is now featuring the best stones shopping experience in the state. Our brand new indoor facility allows for a home-like, comfortable atmosphere. Choose from hand-picked stone from around the world and select the perfect look for your dream kitchen in the best lighting possible. Then sit down with our free design services to customize the look of your kitchen. Our projects come with a lifetime warranty. Stone Innovations, Wisconsin's granite and quartz leader. Appleton, Rhinelander, Clover, Madison.
Central Wisconsin Glass is Central Wisconsin's choice for your next new or remodeled shower and bathroom. The experts at Central Wisconsin Glass will effortlessly guide you through the design and installation process. Have the elegant and modern shower and bathroom you've been looking for. Call Central Wisconsin Glass at 715-387-8010. That's 715-387-8010. And Central Wisconsin Glass on Facebook for your residential, commercial, and vehicle glass needs.
What Heartland Farms is a large potato and vegetable operation. Who Heartland Farms is a group of hardworking, dedicated people who have a common vision.
Heartland Farms is an accumulation of individuals who came from family farm backgrounds, grew up on family farms, and now have come together as one larger team to own and manage a much larger farm enterprise.
R&R Flooring in Spencer is your place for the best in innovation and lowest pricing for your flooring project. New or remodel, tile, carpet, hardwood, ceramic, cork, you name it, R&R Flooring is ready for you today. R&R Flooring supports area programs like the broadcast you're watching and also supports area suppliers so you get great quality and pricing that fits your budget. Go to R&R Flooring today to see their showroom of flooring, furniture, mattresses, and custom-built showers. R&R Flooring in Spencer.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports High School Soccer coverage. I'm Chris Conley, about to get the second half underway. Columbus and Newman are tied 2-2. Entertaining first half, and it is half number 2 that's going to tell the tale this afternoon. You mentioned earlier that we have the Pacelli-Newman game next Thursday, and I've been told from some of the parents during halftime that it's Newman's homecoming next Thursday. And because they don't do homecoming floats or a homecoming parade, they'll do root beer floats after the game. Count me in. Which means I think that we'll have a later dinner and stay and enjoy this with some of the parents. We actually have a pretty nice turnout. Columbus Catholic parents to our left, and of course they've just been such a successful program in recent years. You can tell the Columbus parents because they have the conference champion t-shirts from last year and the year before that. Newman parents represented just to our right. Play is back in. And this is Newman moving towards the right, staying with that, trying to play that back. Pretty long run there by Lucas Erdman. Again, I thought in the later stages of the first half, it was the Dons who had some scoring opportunities, weren't able to cash any of them in. And, you know, in the tighter matches, 2-2, little things matter. Sandoval had a player off to the side, wasn't able to quite get it to her. Yeah, Lillian Bodenheimer was off on the wing there. Sandoval didn't see her, didn't get the ball over to her. And she had some room to operate. So, I mean, here we are in the early stages, 1 minute in the second half. And it's Newman that's dictated terms. Newman's possessed. Tried to get that to Sandoval a little bit too far to his left. Newman's got a couple players back. No worries here. Noah Martin plays this back across. That's Chewy Lowe. Don't want to turn the ball over here. Dons come forward, almost taken away. And Newman's got to keep this and clear it out. And it's the Dons who are forward, now on the wing. Let's see if the Dons can create off this chance. Grant Olson. Olson on the wing, tries to set her off the goalie's hand and smothered. See, soccer's a little funny that way. Newman comes out and controls possession for the first 2 minutes of the second half, but doesn't get a good look. And then on a counter-attacking chance, the Dons put it on goal. Owen Reeves with the save. You know, the pressure's going to ratchet up on both of these keepers, too. If things stay tied, Lily's on the wing here. Sends that back Sandoval. Lily couldn't quite get back to it. Now she's in a full sprint backwards. Cade Jansen gets that ahead to Grant Olson. Olson on the wing, tries to chip this through, but there's no one there. Goalie will play this at the edge of the box, and the keeper comes up and cradles it in, Owen Reeves. Reeves had to wait for a moment for that to get into the big box before he could pick it up. We've not seen a goal since the 27th minute, and we're now in the 42nd minute. So that's 15 minutes of scoreless or even soccer between these two clubs. Up high, misplayed. Back in the defensive end, gathering back is Grant Olson. That went over the touchline. Newman to throw in. Boy, if they were to get the next goal, Newman Catholic would lead the first place team in the second half. This one is high and up over the crossbar and out of play. Goal kick. I would think the Cardinals would be over the moon if that's the way things unfold. And meanwhile, the Dons, the team that's expected to win, just the team that's accomplished more in the season, more and more pressure falls to them to create something from the edge of the box, back out. Let's see if we can get a run out of this. Here's Grant Olson. Two players coming back. Olson, he's injured himself. He had to pull up, and now we're going to have an injury stoppage. So Olsen, who was going to have two defenders chasing him, you could see he pulled up. This is either he's dehydrated or a hamstring. Coach and trainer are going to have to come out. While we have this stoppage, let's take a commercial break. Tied 2-2 at the 44th minute. You're listening to Zaleski Sports coverage of Wausau, Newman, and Columbus Catholic Soccer.
At Bauer & Fine Business Technologies in Marshfield, our company has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1955. We're still locally owned and believe strongly in supporting the communities that support us. If you're a current customer, thank you. If you're not a current customer, we'd love to work with you. Let's talk about copiers, printers, postage meters, and network services. Give us a call today at 800-288-2712 or visit our website at b-bt.com. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies. Better business together.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Columbus Catholic Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special.
Come and see. That's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. They are great schools, and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them and their family.
We invite you to schedule a tour today.
I really got to understand what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And, you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has, you know, my best interest in mind, always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
Welcome back. We're in an injury stoppage at the 44th minute, and there goes Grant Olsen, just getting up now. You know, I had thought maybe it was a hamstring or maybe just a cramp from being dehydrated. Maybe it's a little more than that based on how long he stayed down. A couple of bad breaks here for Columbus from that. I mean, that's Grant Olsen, a captain, one of their top players who's coming off the pitch right now. And the injury came at a moment where he was fed the ball down the near side. Had two defenders chasing him. I mean, this doesn't look like it's a contact injury. But yet the injury, as he had to pull up as he was arriving at the ball, denied the Dons a scoring chance. I mean, there was no one between him and the goalkeeper. He was going to be able to get much, much closer before he let fly and could have broken this 2-2 tie. So we'll hope for a return for Grant Olsen. And we're about to restart. Yeah, if Olsen's not injured, tell me that the odds are that he doesn't put that in the back of the net and give the Dons their first lead of the afternoon. Instead, we stay at 2-2. My name's Chris Conley. Glad to be with you, and we thank our game day sponsors, Hawkins Ash, Woodfield Inn and Suites, Rem's Funeral Home. Again, all of the sponsors that you see and hear during our coverage today, patronize them because they're the ones that make our Zaleski sports coverage possible. Seems like every Friday we're bringing you a big night of the other football. I know I'll be on the mic for the Everest Spash game. Again, much bigger schools, but that's an anticipated matchup. Spash is only 1-3 in high school football this season. Tumble down, play on through that. Alex Edwards. There wasn't a lot of contact there, but Edwards still tumbled to the turf. Counter-attacking chance for Newman. Dons have a lot of players back at 4 or 5 back. We're also brought to you today by Heartland Farms. Heartland Farms, a 5th-generation potato and vegetable farm, producing many varieties of chipping potatoes and currently farming 27,000 irrigated acres and growing. Currently the cream of the crop in the potato farming business. Learn more at heartland.farm. That's heartland.farm. I'm just looking at the body language of how the Dons are dealing with a 2-2 tie and probably a more competitive afternoon of soccer than they might have anticipated. Taken away by Newman. You know what? Newman's had possession in their half of the pitch more. Here's Sandoval. Sandoval got a little turned around at the edge of the big box, plays this back. Shot on goal, too tall for Jack Varleen. Put it just over. Jack's mom and dad just to our left. Mom's manning the concession and snack stand today. Sandoval played that back, and Varleen was able to get a big foot on it. Just too tall. Who's going to break this 2-2 tie? Played on the wing. This is a long run. Mira Torby is there. Torby centers. Nice pass. A little bit too long. Looked like that was going to be true off the foot, trying to find the freshman Mason Edwards. Torby's a senior, and you can just tell from the body language, she's one of the leaders on this team. During the injury timeout, she had her teammates huddled up. There's only 4 seniors on the roster for Columbus Catholic. So Mira's obviously played for a long time and has that rapport with her teammates to be a leader. Played on the wing, too long. Tried to get that on the far side. Trying to feed that to Lucas Erdman. It's off one of the Dons, thrown in Sandoval. Sandoval's got fancy footwork. Plays this back, tried to set that forward. Now cleared back, taken away, but Newman's got 3 players back. See if Alex Edwards can fight through it. Edwards kind of lowered his shoulder there to try and win possession back, goes out of play. Edwards kind of lucky he didn't get called for a foul there. But that, by and large, has not drawn a whistle this game. Throws it into the box. Newman player takes that away. Going to carry this as far as he can. Played off to the side. Good run from Nyland Lindor to the wing. Tried to get that back, and it played off to the corner. And this is going to be in play. Chasing back was Lillian Bodenheimer. And now cleared out. This is a ball ahead. Going to have a chance here for Edwards. No, good defense. Just when you think one of the forwards is going to move forward for Columbus, Newman closes and marks up pretty fast. So Newman's defense has been pretty tight here in the second half. 48th minute unofficially of an 80-minute match. And we've been tied 2-2 for a while. This is a ball for Torby on the wing. Out of play. Corner kick. And it's Newman who's making a substitution. That's Romero coming in. I thought they called that a corner. This would be a goal kick. Whitetail Properties brings you our soccer coverage. Looking for hunting or recreational property? Call Brian Resch. Whitetail Properties. Their number 715-213-4468. I'll give that to you again for Whitetail Properties. 715-213-4468. Catholic has not cleared. Here we come forward. There's going to be a chance for Kay Jansen. And then the last line of defense comes forward, but kicked out of play. This will be a deep throw-in for the Dons. Dons trying to put more pressure on and roaming in the big box. Is Edwards taken down? Whistle sounds. This is in the box, I think. No, just outside the box. Foul called. 3-man wall being set up. They're going to play a quick start here to the far post. Headed out. Torby shot. Save. Mira Torby. Big right foot towards the near side post. Save by Owen Reeves. Keeps us tied 2-2. Yeah, off that foul just outside the big box to the near side. The Dons wanted a quick stop. Almost got a rebound opportunity from it. 30 minutes of play remaining to try and break this tie. Long ball ahead for Jansen. 2 players quickly mark him. Plays it back to Mason Edwards. To Jansen again. Freshman to freshman. Edge of the box. 2 players tumbled. That's a flop. Play on through that. Right not to call the whistle there. Top of the box. Shot deflected away. Still not cleared, and now out of danger. So Newman survives more chances from Columbus. I mean, in the last 4 or 5 minutes, Columbus has had more chances, and more of the play has been in their half of the pitch. Newman's on it. Noah Martin out of play. Throw into Newman. We were tied 2-2 at halftime. There's been no scoring 11 minutes into the second half. While we're in the middle, why don't we step out for a quick break? Tied 2-2 at the 51st minute.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Welcome back. A parent asked to our right. We're in the 52nd minute. See, we provide a little service to everybody around here. Long ball, another chance if he can track it down for Cade Jansen. Jansen sliding challenge and a nice defensive play there. Noah Martin got all ball. Counter-attacking chance. Lillian gets this ahead to Lee. Lee, fancy, tries to get towards the center. Nice footwork here to keep the chance alive, and a shot's going to be wide. Fancy footwork, good ball handling, but didn't strike that as hard as he wanted. Convoking Lee for Newman. That's Newman's first promising chance in a while here in the second half. And we stay at a 2-2 tie. Dons have a lot of players back, but you can't turn the ball over here. It's out to the wing, Mira Torby. Torby comes up, challenged out of play. Columbus ball for a throw-in at the edge of their defensive third. Sun sets in the west. We'll enjoy the remaining daylight that we have for what's been competitive, entertaining high school soccer. 2 apiece. A lot of hand play there for Luis Sandoval, off to the wing. And Newman plays this forward. Chip back, Sandoval. Can he create in the middle of the pitch? Gets that ball off to the side, got a teammate. Sandoval is trailing. He goes towards the goal, play off to the side. There's Jack Varleen. Varleen lost it there. Again, Sandoval, without the ball, has only one player marking him. When he gets the ball, a second defender comes over. Newman still possesses, playing it further back. Can they push forward? Erdman had it on the side for a moment. Goes off the foot of Romero and out of play. This is going to be... That's out off Columbus. Into traffic. Again, Columbus is packing their players back in. Going to make it difficult for Newman to get any separation at this stage. And Columbus is willing to try and get one long ball. While unguarded down the far side is Jansen if they could have gotten the ball to him. Newman had 2-3 defensive players in the middle, and all the way on the wing was Jansen didn't see him. Jansen could have made a beeline to the net if the ball came his way, and it didn't. Another one of those, you get a lot of coulda, shoulda, wouldas turned over here. Mason Edwards, now out of play. You see the opportunities that you missed when you get to watch the video replay of these soccer matches. And the Dons are going to wish, head up, trust your feet to handle the ball, and Cade Jansen, the freshman, was all alone on the near side wing. This is Mira Torbe again. Played off to the side. Can they center from here? Tumbling, no whistle, over the touchline. Corner coming up. Just heard that our officials' time matches our time perfectly, 56. Corner kick coming in here. A sixth corner chance in this match for the Dons. This one's a line drive into traffic and easily cleared off to the side, out of danger. High with more arc to it here, and that sails wide of the net, all the way to the near side. Closing on that is Mason Edwards. Edwards, who's active on the defensive end, and Cade Jansen, number 10. They're both freshmen, so their best soccer's ahead of him. Trip from behind, play on, looking for a whistle that didn't come. You know what? In a 2-2 match, you probably don't get that call. You'd like this match to be solved in real play, not by a penalty kick, and that's a little touchy. Yeah, played from behind, so a whistle could sound, but it didn't. It's going to have to be a harder foul than that to draw the whistle in that spot. Long ball down, chasing this, not winning the race to it is Sandoval, goes into the corner. Be a throw in there. Ball belongs to Newman. Newman from the edge of the attacking third. That was a little bit wide. Went to the wrong side of Sandoval, who they're trying to set up. Sandoval gets it back. Made good contact wide of the near post. 58th minute now. Why don't we step out for a commercial break? Still tied 2-2. We've had an extended period of tie soccer today between Newman Catholic and Columbus Catholic. Back after these messages from Zaleski Sports.
At Express Employment Professionals, we place people from all walks of life in all kinds of jobs.
Hi, welcome to Express. Please sign in and have a seat.
Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks.
Newman has had their chances in the second half. In fact, more play has been in their half of the pitch. Columbus seems to have the faster players, and there have been times they've tried to streak something down. Now here again, they've matched up Alex Edwards, and Newman very quickly pushes back into defensive mode. And Newman's got 4 players back. Got a whistle, out of play. Columbus ball. I'm Chris Conley now, and we're about to enter the 60th minute, so we are halfway through the second half. Long ball, some air under it to the near side post. Chance there for Jansen, couldn't control it. Off his foot, out of play. Right idea. Corner kick coming from the near side. Corners have been 7-1 in this match. So 20 minutes in the second half, no scoring. And then the last 13 minutes of the first half. That's 33 minutes of soccer that these teams have played even. And we stay tied 2-2. Too much air under that, and unable to possess on the far side was Mason Edwards. Again, what you like for the Dons, who play high-level soccer to begin with for a small school, a lot of underclassmen. The middle point of the season now. Dons are in first place. Go all the way back to 6th place before you find Wausau Newman in the Central Wisconsin Conference. Spectrum Benefit Solutions brings you our soccer coverage. They have law offices throughout central Wisconsin. Your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started. This is Mira Torby to the center. Tried to chip this forward in traffic to Alex Edwards. Again, 4 players are back, even with Edwards. This is too long. Goalkeeper's able to come out, Owen Reeves. You know, it is getting late enough in the second half. Tell me that the next goal doesn't shape today's match. And here's a ball ahead. Can Sandoval get to it? Keeper comes out and smothers it. That was Lee, not Sandoval, with the run. And Krecklau, no margin for error, came off his line and smothered the chance. If he doesn't win the race to that ball, keeper's got to get there first. Long ball ahead, maybe a little bit too long. Nope, possessed here on the wing. Shot near post. Defenders are back and out of play. Another chance for Alex Edwards, and nothing came of it except another corner. 61st minute now. Not a corner. This will be a goal kick. Owen Reeves. Yeah, some of the Columbus parents thought that was a corner. I did too. And here it's going to get kicked out. Columbus plays this to the center. Torby's had a lot more touches in the second half. Counter-attacking chance, and that's snuffed out right away. Josh Weiland. Ahead now to Mason Edwards. The freshmen get a lot of time on the pitch for the Columbus program. And you're looking for one of them to create. Thrown back to Newman, 63rd minute. Torby again tries to chip his head. Here's a chance for Jansen. Jansen's being bumped. Jansen with a shot. Goalie off his line. It's loose and cleared out of the way. Second chance, rebound, score. And that breaks the tie at the 63rd minute. That's Alex Edwards' goal. Alex Edwards' second chance. We were tied forever. From the 27th to the 63rd minute, it's Columbus Catholic's first lead. Alex Edwards has 2 goals today. Three to 2. Well, here's a little bit of a gut check moment for Newman. First time they've trailed all afternoon. A lot of time left, 17 minutes of play. Trying to get that centered to Sandoval. On the wing and moving forward. This is Cade Jansen. Centers again. Edwards is on it. Goalie's off his line. A lot of contact there. Got a whistle. That's going to be against Edwards. Goalie's got the right to the ball. Goalkeeper gets to come to that ball while he's in his box. So there can't be contact there, and there was. That's why the whistle sounds at the 64th minute. Here's a long run coming on the wing. This is Nathan Nimitz. Nimitz a little too far out in front of him. Take it away. 3-2. Dons have their first lead. And Newman has 15 minutes of play to try and get this equalized. Torby tried to play that on the wing. Headed, another second run there. This will be a corner for the Dons. I don't think I've ever seen a match where corners have been this lopsided. 8-1. They've got Torby short, and everybody else is in the big box. So that figures we'll put some air under this. Little bit, arcing out. Edwards turned on that, didn't make good contact. Wow, angled off the ball, no whistle, play through that. Lillian Bodenheimer looked to me like she lowered her shoulder. You know, I guess what the challenge is for Newman is since going down 3-2, they've not gotten a look at the net, haven't put together a good run, haven't put together a good chance. So the Dons are trying to make this one-goal lead stand up. You know, you'll play more of your men back. Handball, no, we'll play through that. Looked like that came up. I thought that hit the hand, not called. Dons will have a throw-in at the edge of their attacking third, and we are sponsored by Ag Country Farm Credit Services, a farmer-owned co-op offering a wide array of custom financing and financial services, loans and leases, crop insurance, tax, and records. They have you covered. Ag Country in Stevens Point. Contact them to get started. Played back. This will go over the touchline. Two goals today for Alex Edwards. The game tire in the first half, and the one that's given the Dons the lead at the 63rd minute, 3-2. 67th minute. Dons possess again. Chipped ahead. See if they can get the haymaker from Jansen. Shot scores. That's the one that hurts. Cade Jansen makes it 4-2. Jansen at the 68th minute. It was a nice feed to Cade, and the freshman is heard from. Was that the knockout blow in this afternoon's match? We'll see. Tied 2-2 at halftime. The only goals in the second half have gone Columbus's way. Lillian Bodenheimer plays this back. And now forward ahead. You know what? Not only has the defensive alignment changed a little bit for Columbus, they've pushed back more once they got that one-goal lead. There have been fewer chances for Luis Sandoval in the second half. Sandoval just visually looks like Newman's best player. Had more touches in the first half than in the second. So, but if your best player has fewer opportunities to create, I mean, obviously it's going to be more difficult to score. Yeah, look at this now. Just one player comes up to challenge, and everyone's pushed back in the defensive half. There's a long ball ahead. Trying that run for Sandoval goes right through. So now it's 4-2. 69th minute. Why don't we step out for a quick break? This is high school soccer on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy. Family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
There's 10 minutes of play left as we go into the later parts of this Thursday afternoon. Dons lead the Cardinals now 4-2. I'll tell you this. The match may not go Newman's way, but there's nothing to hang their heads about how they played today. Played the number one team, played competitive, even soccer in the first half, and the team with the more talented players kind of proved out as we got to the later stages in the second half. Sometimes the matches just play that way. If you weren't with us in the first half, we pointed out that this Newman team, their season got off to a rotten start. Lost their first 3 games and did not score until their 4th match. So this is kind of a lesson in staying with it and perseverance. Winning the race to the ball ahead of Cade Jansen is the keeper, Owen Reeves. Beyond the field with some interviews, we hope. Daylight's going to hold out for that, isn't it? Yes, sure it is, of course. Columbus possesses, and you know what? Newman's got to come up and play the ball because you need scoring chances. Botenheimer tries to get this ahead. A little bit too long. Substitute coming on for Newman. I believe that's Mateo Romero, who has been subbed in or out a couple of times. Zubke comes off. Zubke's a goal scorer for Wausau Newman. Torby feeds that ahead to Cade Jansen. Jansen, nice ball ahead to Edwards. Can Edwards create? Edge of the box, he's on the wing. Waits for a player to shoot and scores. Just snuck that in on the far side post. Alex Edwards has scored again. Edwards at the 72nd minute. I've got that as 3 goals for Alex Edwards. And now at 5-2, the result this afternoon no longer appears to be in doubt. Edwards scores 3 times at the 27th, the 63rd, which gave the Dons their first lead, and now at the 72nd minute. So that's a nice afternoon of work. Torby ahead now. Over on the wing to Cade Jansen. Jansen chipped that. There's no one there. Moving forward there is Jack Varleen. Taken back. So no scoring for Newman since the 20th minute. And Columbus has owned the second half, so they'll be rightful winners today. With this victory, Columbus will improve to 9 wins, 1 loss, and no ties. They began play today up by 2 in the conference standings. Again, that could be more long-range shot and a save. Lucas Kreklau had not been busy for a while. I believe that was Krasinski. That was Noah Krasinski for Newman. Put that on from just outside the attacking third. So that's long-range action there. 74th minute. trying to work through in traffic. Everyone's packed in now. Lillian Bodenheimer got a touch. Cleared out of danger for the Dons. You know what? I mean, maybe we'll hear a little more about this during our upcoming interviews once we go to full time. This was actually a pretty good match of composure for the Dons. They didn't expect to be tied 2-2 at halftime. Kept their composure and outscored their opponents 3-0 in the second half. This is ahead to Bodenheimer. She's marked up there. Ball's taken away by Nemitz. Just over 5 minutes until we go final. Bringing this in, Mason Edwards. A little bit too long. That's going to be parked out of bounds by Jack Varleen. Throw in here for the Dons. You know what? As we get later into the fall, 5 o'clock is the perfect start time for soccer. Sun begins going down just as we get to the closing moments. We have just enough daylight to complete our match. Again, Zaleski sports fans, a different type of football tomorrow. Well, there's a swing and a miss. Now a second shot save. One of the few hard hit balls from Luis Sandoval. And a nice save for Krecklau. Yeah, tomorrow, Friday Night Lights will be a full night of high school football. I'll be on the mic for the DC Everest Spash game. So we move from one type of football, football is recognized by the rest of the civilized world, to American football. Tough angle, shot off the goalkeeper, trying to close, and now put out of danger by the Dons defense. I'll give Newman credit, still playing hard right to the closing whistle. High ball ahead over the foot of Lillian Bodenheimer. Onto the wing. Played back to Varleen. Off to the side. Players get tangled up, but we'll play through that. Handball there. Couldn't avoid that. Too obvious for no whistle. Long ball ahead. Here's going to be another chance for Edwards. Goalie's off his line, dives backwards. Edwards went down to a knee. He's all right, and the goalie wins the battle for the ball. Goalkeeper kicks it out. Columbus comes away with it. Torby back to the center and back to Alex Edwards. 3 goals today, had a chance at a fourth in the closing moments. 78th minute, 2 minutes left in today's match. Columbus owns the second half, outscoring Newman 3-0 since intermission and enjoying a 5-2 lead. Yeah, we were tied at halftime. Late substitutions coming in. Our referee just held up 2 minutes left to play. Like to get through these final 2 minutes without any injury, as the result this afternoon is no longer in doubt. We thank Newman Catholic High School for being great hosts. Had the tables and chairs waiting for us right at the middle of the pitch. Took good care of our Zaleski sports team today. We thank them for that. Looking forward to being back here for your soccer homecoming next Thursday. Stevens Point Pacelli against Newman Catholic. It's next Thursday's match. I see we have a full evening of volleyball coming up on Tuesday, too. So lots of fall high school sports action everywhere you look for Zaleski Sports. We're in our final minute now. 3 goals for Alex Edwards, game star. See if we can get him to come over for a comment or two. As the sun sets on a central Wisconsin Thursday afternoon, the sun is also about to set on our match. I have us at full time now, so in just a few moments you'll hear the final whistle of a Columbus Catholic victory, a happy ride back home with a 5-2 victory. One of the players is slow getting up, and I believe the referee is going to find our final whistle. That is Jack Varleen, who's a little slow getting to his feet. And then I think we're going to wind the clock and call it an afternoon. As we wrap up here, let's recap the scoring. You know, Newman led twice in the first half. Evan Zubke's goal at 6 minutes gave the Cardinals a 1-0 lead. Charlie Moore answered for Columbus Catholic at the 13-minute mark, tying us 1-1. Luis Sandoval scored on a shot that went off the goalie's hands and dribbled into the net. Gave Catholic a 2-1 lead, but it was the last lead that they would have. 27th minute, first half, Alex Edwards scored the first of his 3 goals, tying 2-2. And then 3 more goals for the Dons here in the second half. Edwards at 63, the freshman Cade Jansen at 68, and then Alex Edwards scored one more time at the 72nd minute, bringing us to 5-2. I think we are just one throw-in away from our match being concluded. Final run for the Cardinals. Gathered in by Lee. And now over to Bodenheimer. A little bit too long, parked out of bounds. And that's going to do it for this afternoon's soccer coverage. Glad to be with you on this Thursday. I'm Chris Conley, and that is the final whistle. And our final score, Columbus Catholic 5, Wausau Newman 2. 3 goals for Alex Edwards. That concludes our live soccer coverage here from Wausau Newman. Beyond the field for post-game interviews, the Nasonville Dairy post-game show is coming up. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds in Marshfield and Curtis from Nasonville Dairy and online at nasonvilledairy.com. One word, nasonvilledairy.com. Columbus 5, Newman 2. I'm Chris Conley. Good afternoon, everybody.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, nasonvilledairy.com. All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually, that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.